Like the highways are practically at a standstill. They're so congested right now. Again, we continue to watch this tornado developing. Let's go over to Advantage Doppler HD. Let's go over to HD so we can track this. Again, this is going to be the circulation right here, South Council Road. All right, OCCC is right here, I-240. Will Rogers World Airport, Airport Road, south of I-40 here, just southwest of the fairgrounds. Again, you need to be getting into your tornado shelter right now. We see the circulation right here. This is going to continue to move to the southeast. Again, Will Rogers World Airport. Within the next couple minutes, I'm pretty sure everyone at the airport, they're going down into the tunnels right there. That's their tornado shelter, the fairgrounds there at 717. Once again, as we zoom in real tight here, you can see this is the airport. Circulation going to be right here. If a tornado is not on the ground yet, it's very possible that one will form very soon. Again, you can see just northwest of Will Rogers World Airport, right along Airport Road between MacArthur and Council Road. Rotation right here south of I-40. OCCC is going to be on the west side of May Avenue. I-240 right here. And again, this is going to be the fairgrounds right here. And so we're seeing the Canadian River. Going to be just to the south. The amount of rotation that we have in here looks like our radar is pinging winds of about 100 miles per hour. So winds are going to be gate to gate around 100 miles per hour here. And again, you can see with this rotation, this is going to pass more than likely just north of the terminal at Will Rogers World Airport, which would be this, but this will be crossing over airport property as it continues to move down to the southeast, and it looks like this is going to be it tightening up right now. Is Chris Lee still on the phone? We still have Chris Lee. Chris Lee, have you seen the rotation at all from your vantage point tighten up from the ground?
No, we cannot, although a lot of rain and wind blowing out ahead of this stuff. We are here along Interstate 44, traffic very, very bad. A lot of people trying to go, and a lot of people not sure where to go. People passing on the right and the left, and the storm is just right behind us. Very heavy rain, and it is, as you were saying, right there to our west is the airport. So I don't see anything tightening up over there, but we're starting to get rain in from there, and very strong winds.
Okay, and again, we're getting reports that the tornado sirens are sounding and more. All right, so the sirens are sounding and more. Again, the circulation is still in Oklahoma County here, but let's go back into Advantage Doppler HD. If we don't have a tornado on the ground yet, one is imminent, but it is going to be right here. Again, it's going to be right along MacArthur, I do believe here. So south of I-40, right on MacArthur Boulevard. Airport Road is right here. Airport property is right here. So we're going to be now seeing the center of circulation right over MacArthur Boulevard. This is going to continue to move down to the east, maybe even southeast here, but it's more than likely going to be just north of Lillard Park, all right, west of I-40, just barely west of the fairgrounds. Okay, so this is going to be I-44, I-40, right on MacArthur Boulevard. That is where the circulation is. More than likely, this may be getting rain-wrapped with all the moisture that's coming in right now. Again, we know that the sirens are going off and more. Right now, we are getting reports of the sirens going off and more. This tornado is just north of the Will Rogers World Airport. It is now going to be right just east by a block, right over MacArthur Boulevard. Billy Dry, we have you on the phone right now. Billy, where are you and what are you seeing?
We're just north of Minco along Highway 81, probably a couple miles south of Union City, and we're watching an area of rotation that's really starting to pick up just to the east of Highway 81. We're on top of a hill. For those of you who know the area, it's a couple miles north of the 152 turnoff. But we're really seeing an area that's really starting to kind of rapidly rotate. Clouds are going in, clouds are going out. Starting to see some little fingers peek out, but they don't actually touch down. They don't actually go all the way to the ground. But we're seeing some heavy rotation right here, right now.
Okay, once again, we'll watch that shot pretty close. Let's go back over to Advantage Doppler HD. Again, this is going to be Advantage Doppler HD. So now we're looking again at this area of rotation. This is going to be just north of the airport. So I'd say anyone from, say, Meridian, MacArthur Boulevard, Newcastle Road, Southwest 29th Street, Tulsa Park. And again, as you make your way just into northern parts of the airport property, that is where the circulation will be right here. As we put a storm track on here, Will Rogers, that's the airport, at about 7:13. Pretty confident that anyone that's in the terminal is going to be in that basement area that you walk through as you go to the parking garage. Fairgrounds at 7:14. All right, this is going to be the circulation right here. It's going to cross over the highway here. Oklahoma City, that's going to be downtown OKC at 7:29. Valley Brook. All right, Valley Brook at 7:44. We have more here on the timestamp at 7:48. Although right now, again, this is not a guarantee. Again, that this could move into more, again, but still, just looking at the cone of circulation here, it kind of fans out as we go a little bit farther out to the east here. So we do have more in there, and again, eventually moving into Del City as make your way to the east there. Nonetheless, you can see the circulation. It appears that certainly not the clearest indication of where the circulation would be, but I do believe it's going to be just south of I-40 here. Chris Lee, where are you and what are you seeing?
Yeah, we are at 10 and 240. Traffic is kind of cleared out. We just saw highway patrol troopers headed westbound on 240, getting ready to shut the highway down. It's going to be a mess because all these people trying to get out of the way, and this highway is almost shut down now with a lot of cars on it. We're looking to our north towards the area of circulation. It is going more to our north. I'm not seeing a tornado on the ground, but once again, we've got so much rain with this thing. I don't know what's in there. I know it's rotating rapidly. We've seen winds estimated over 100 miles an hour. We've got shingles flying off of houses next to us. So it's a very large area, a very strong rotation, and it's apparently going north of the airport. We're looking to our north, but it's hard
Chris Lee, I am getting reports of debris. Looking at dual pole radar products right now, we are getting reports of debris right now with this storm that would be just west of the fairgrounds. So, Chris, just want you to know and what you are dealing with. Again, looking at dual polarization radar products, we are getting reports of debris within this storm. That would mean that there is a tornado within this. It looks like the circulation is going to be, again, just southwest of the fairgrounds, just south of the fairgrounds here, north just barely of Will Rogers World Airport. Not the clearest velocity right now, but again, we can confirm, at least looking at from a radar product, that we are getting a debris signature within this storm right here. So if I'm living on May Avenue, right around OCCC, Southwest 89th Street to Southwest 59th Street, again, there's a commercial development right along I-240 here. You got to get into your tornado shelter now. If you don't have a shelter, innermost room, you know what to do. Again, tornado shelter is best, but again, we are getting a debris signature with this storm. Again, that would mean that we are depicting debris within the radar, so fairgrounds at 7:15. That would be in the downtown Oklahoma City at 7:28. Valley Brook at 7:39. Moore at 7:41 here. Del City at 7:47. Midwest City 7:57. And Tinker Air Force Base there at 8:01. Again, we are getting a debris signature coming in with this storm. Again, it will likely be rain wrapped, but we are seeing this inflow right now. And again, this will likely be literally probably in between Newcastle Road and the Will Rogers World Airport property there, which would be Southwest 54th Street. Again, we continue to track what looks to be debris from dual pole radar, but again, you can see as we zoom in here, this is not going to be the clearest radar image. We also have areas of circulation here just right around Union City. This is another area of particular concern, so it looks like right around Union City, that's going to be an area that again might have a tornado developing. You guys are saying Sky 5. What are we getting on Sky 5 right now? Sky 5, let's see here. Sky 5 shot. We're looking at Sky 5, and again, that's on the right-hand side of your television screen. Is John available to talk to? Is John or even Chad, either one of them? Can we get them on the phone? Okay, we're gonna Sky 5 on the right-hand side of your television screen there. Okay. Okay, Billy Dry. Okay, Billy Dry. Billy, where are you right now?
We are still in the same place where we've been watching the same storm. We actually saw some debris come down. It touched down, started spinning up, and then it went right back up. It was on the leading edge of this wall cloud, and it actually touched down for a few seconds. I saw a funnel, and then it went right back away.
Okay, all right, Billy. All right, Billy. Let's go back over to, I want to go back over to Sky 5 there, okay? Let's go back over to Sky 5 because, again, we continue to indicate a tornado moving into the metro, within the metro limits here. Chad Browning, we have you live on the phone right now. Chad, have you seen a tornado yet from your vantage point?
David, we have not been able to see it yet. We did see a couple power flashes. It's kind of murky to see right there, but there's lights in the screen. That is Will Rogers Airport, the terminal there. They have abandoned the tower. They told us before we even came in that they've abandoned the tower. It's uncontrolled airspace, and we have seen some power flashes right in that general area there right now.
Okay, yeah, again, it looks like this may be rain wrap, but we have been getting some signatures on our radar that looks like there would be some debris that's getting picked up within this. So as we look here from a radar standpoint, looks like this tornado will be just north of I-240. It would be rain wrapped, but basically anyone near the Willow Creek Golf Club, okay, if you live around Southeast 59th Street between May and even getting over to Penn Avenue and Western Avenue. Again, this is not a clear-cut tornado that we can see because, again, we're going to be looking at various rotation areas here. I believe we got a rotation right here and a rotation right here, Penn Avenue right here. All right, let's look at this one. This one might be a little bit more defined. This will be right along Airport Road, Lillard Park right there. It's going to be just north of the airport grounds there, just north of Will Rogers. I do believe that we're going to see the rotation right here. Okay, so this would be a tornado. Again, a tornado within that. It's going to be rain wrap. You're not going to see it. Get below ground if you're living right around I-44 here, or even just around May Avenue. Again, on the east side of I-44, get into your tornado shelter. Again, we're watching this circulation right here. Once again, not as clear defined here, but it looks like enough definition that, again, there very well could see a tornado within this that will be rain wrapped. Chris Lee, you're on the phone. Go.
Yeah, we're near Crossroads Mall. We're looking at this thing back off to our north and west. Once again, with all the rain, we're not seeing it. I suspect the people who are seeing it are probably right in front of it, and they will. I'd better be taking cover if they're seeing it. It is, we're driving on 240, very difficult driving along here. The Highway Patrol has northbound I-35 shut down, so they're trying to keep people from going north from 240. But now there seems to be a lot of traffic going southbound. They're doing the best they can to try to keep people out of the path of this thing, but it's, as you can imagine, quite a job with everybody moving. And it looks like even though everybody tried to get off early, there's still a lot of people out on the road here at 7 o'clock.
Yeah, absolutely. And so, again, want to make sure everyone knows, again, we're still tracking this tornado warning. Okay, this looks like it would be just north of the airport still. Lots of areas of inflow within this. Chris Lee, we can see you're lowering from your shot right there. And, again, that would be just north of the airport. And, again, you're on I-240 looking west. Again, we can clearly see that. We continue this tornado warning, all right, and this is going to be for southern parts of the Oklahoma City metro. Right now, we're going to continue to see this, probably going to be just north of the airport, but it looks like, again, lots of inflow areas. And you can see the radar here. We've got inflow here, and it looks like some inflow right around Airport Road. Looks like it's going to be just northeast of the east runway there. That is at Will Rogers World Airport. The circulation is likely going to be right on I-44, Airport Road. Okay, looks like, again, the circulation is going to be right within this area right here. So this is now going to be crossing northeast of Will Rogers World Airport. You can see where the red, you can see the wind's just kind of spinning it around. May Avenue, I-240, or May Avenue, I-240 right here. All those commercial developments right along I-240. You're going to be in the path of this. So this is going to move into, this will be downtown Oklahoma City at 731. Valley Brook, that's a Crossroads Mall area, 748. Moore at 752. All right, Moore at 752, Del City at 757. Again, we're watching. This is going to be the area of circulation right here with this storm. as it continues, more than likely move to the east, northeast here. We can tell you right now, right along the northern parts of Oklahoma County, rain is coming down pretty heavily here. But again, this is going to be the most significant part of the storm as we look at the center of circulation moving to the east here. Again, Oklahoma City, that's downtown OKC at 7:30, Valley Brook at 7:49, Moore at 7:55, Del City 7:57. Midwest City 8:10, and Tinker Air Force Base at 8:16. It's going to be for this area circulation just northeast of Will Rogers World Airport, just south of the fairgrounds. It looks like it's now moving just west, 1 block west of May Avenue. And again, this storm, it looks like the circulation is still a couple blocks north of I-240. So that is going to be the circulation within Oklahoma City. We also have some significant hail probably coming out of this. Looks like we're probably going to get reports of lime size, that's about 2-inch size hailstones, between lime and golf ball size hail. But once again, you can see as we put this here, that's at Valley Brook where Chris Lee is right now at 7:49. So that's still about 30 minutes from now. Looking at Chris Lee's shot on the right-hand side of your television screen, that is going to be looking at that lowering, that there's a tornado in there. It's going to be wrapped in that rain on the left-hand side of your television screen. But you can clearly see the inflow right within there. It's going to be just northeast of Will Rogers World Airport. Let's zoom in real tight here so we can look at this and put street by street. Again, this is going to be the tornado warning that's now going to be for Oklahoma City, just northwest of the airport here. And again, this area of inflow continues. It may have come down just a little bit, but still looks like this thing is still trying to wrap up. Again, it could produce a tornado imminently. Rusty.
Several areas of circulation, and as we've talked about, these are going to be rain-wrapped tornadoes, so you're just not going to be able to see them. And we've got the most experienced spotters out there, including Chris Lee. There are some very strong rear flank downdraft winds associated with these storms. You're seeing a lot of power flashes in this area. Doesn't mean that they're coming from a tornado. It could be, but it could also just be winds that may be over 80 miles an hour on the back end of that storm. And I still am picking up a noticeable circulation. Right now, it has just crossed I-44 to the east. It is now just east of South May Avenue. It is right along Penn. I would put it at Penn and southwest 29th. Let's say that circulation is now south of I-40, east of I-44, Penn, southwest 29th Street, continuing to jog off to the east-southeast at around 10 miles an hour. This will cross I-35 again. We've talked about the OHP shutting down these major thoroughfares. Now is not the time to be on the road. Shields Boulevard also impacted. But if you know anyone who lives between I-44 and I-35, north of I-240, let them know that this circulation is headed their way, David. But again, right now, I mean, it's persistent, and there could be small tornado winds being produced just from the backside of that thunderstorm.
Yeah, we see these winds that wrap around, and again, they can produce some significant wind damage. Again, sometimes I've seen these rush out at about 80, 90, 100 miles per hour. You can see the circulation. This is still a serious situation, which is why we're not putting our guard down, even though we cannot confirm that there is indeed a tornado within this. We still have enough evidence by looking at radar, and really radar is going to be our best product to use right now for looking at there being any type of tornado in here. No chaser. There's no chaser in the world that will be able to see this tornado with all this rain right here that's still falling within this. So again, this is the best product that we have, and the best thing we can look for is going to be where you see these red and these green couplets going to be matching up right now. And again, there's lots of areas of inflow. Once again, we still continue this tornado warning, and it looks like it's going to be right within this vicinity right here. So this is going to be I-240. We are now going to be east of Will Rogers World Airport. Looks like some of the tightest circulation. We'll be right down Penn Avenue and just northwest of Southwest 44th Street. And again, this is going to be crossing over Shields Boulevard within a couple minutes here as it continues to move to the east. And now it looks like if we're going to see any type of rotation, again, it looks like it's going to be right within Southwest 44th Street, Penn Avenue, and Southwest 59th Street, east of May Avenue. Again, you can see right here, it looks like this may be the circulation area. So many ways that the winds are coming into the storm that that we're likely going to see little spin-ups along the way here, but still, nonetheless, you need to be in your tornado shelter right now if you're going to be maybe just right along, say, Southwest 44th Street, Penn Avenue, Southwest 59th Street. Again, these spin-ups can occur pretty quickly here, and because, again, it is rain wrap, being able to see them is going to be next to impossible. So here we go. We still continue this tornado warning right here. It looks like the velocity may have picked up a little bit in intensity within the last couple minutes here. On the right-hand side of your television screen, that's coming in from Chris Lee. He is looking west out of this, and again, you can see all the rain coming down. You can still see those clouds that are kind of looking like they're trying to lower, but the tornado would be actually inside of that. But still, looks like the area of circulation is going to be probably right around this region. So if anyone that's living between Southwest 44th Street, Southwest 59th Street, just west of Shields Boulevard, east of Penn Avenue, you need to be in your tornado shelter right now. Okay, we continue to detect what appears to be enough circulation with this storm that you need to make sure that you are below ground. Chris Lee, go.
Yeah, we're 240 and Bryant. We are we're looking back to our north. West. You can see that lowered area. You can see that green color. We're not seeing a tornado, but there's a lot of rotation and a lot of wind in there. I know. I've not seen anything I thought were power flashes. There are some flashes. I think they're mostly lightning, but the tornado sirens are going off, and it's certainly an area that we need to watch. We're kind of hoping there is not a tornado on the ground right now, but it would be just to the north of 240, to the east of I-35, and I'm sorry, to the west of I-35. It looks like it's crossing over I-35 right about now.
I would say they're 35 or I-240, 35 in the Shields Boulevard area. Again, the circulation is tightening up, and then it kind of lets out a little bit. But we've got to look real closely at all these circulation centers that are coming in. Again, every now and then I'll notice a couplet that picks up. It looks like it's going to try to produce a tornado, and then it lets down a little bit. So again, all the rain that we have within this, got to watch it very, very closely, which we are doing right now. Sky 5 is flying right now over Oklahoma City. It is giving us a bird's eye view, and you can see those are all cars. Look at all the traffic that people are just trying to get on the road there. And again, you're not moving very fast in this type of traffic, and not with this type of rain that is coming down. Again, there is going to be some heavy rainfall, some large hail. By the way, we're going to have to watch out for the hail size that's coming in here to Oklahoma City right now. But look at all the traffic right there, and right there. Chad Browning, we have you on the phone right now. Chad, where are you flying over right now?
Damon, right now we're just north of the casino down here in Norman, and that street you can see on your left side, that's going to be Santa Fe running up and down. That little street that you pointed out in the center is going to be Shields, and over on the top right corner, that's going to be I-35, and you can just see it's just clogged for miles with traffic. So any way trying to go in south out of the path of this is going to take a very long time with all the traffic.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, this is still a dangerous storm. All those people on the roads right there just not moving very quickly, trying to find where the circulation is. Let's go over to Advantage Doppler 3D. Let's go over to Advantage Doppler 3D just so we can look at this. You can see right here as we get in. There's going to be circulation. It's going to be right along Southwest 59th Street. Here's Shields Boulevard, Penn Avenue. So we're looking literally just right at the corner there of Southwest 59th Street and Penn Avenue. That is where we're seeing winds that are probably going to be up around 80 to 85 miles per hour with this tornado warning. Again, so many areas of circulation, but right now this is where we're looking at right here, and you can clearly see this is going to be wrapped up in just a wall of water, a lot of rain within this. So the circulation looks like it's tightening up just a little bit. It's not very strong, but it's still strong enough that we have to watch out for a tornado. Even if we're not getting a tornado out of this, you're going to get some strong winds that are just rushing out of this storm that is going to be right there at the corner of 59th and Penn Avenue. 59th and Penn Avenue, Southwest 59th there, and Penn Avenue is going to be right, again, just really tied in here. And you can see 59th, Penn Avenue, and then this is going to be 44th Street. So that's where our circulation is still centered right now. This is going to be north of I-240. All right, so there's a lot of commercial development that runs right along I-240. We're going to be one block north of that, where we're likely going to see some strong winds and the potential that there may be a tornado trying to get produced right here. Again, it's not a guarantee, and no matter how good of a chaser you are, you're not going to be able to find this, as this thing is clearly wrapped up in rain right now. Again, this thing is going to be rain wrapped, and if anything, it looks like strong winds up around 100 miles per hour will certainly be possible with this. Also getting some reports. Have you all had any reports of hail sizes coming in right now? It looks like the hail sizes, at least that we are depicting right now with our radar, are going to be very large. I mean, we're still having the chance of seeing some pretty large hailstones coming into Oklahoma City. As you can see here, this is our hail product right here. In downtown OKC, we had the chance, at least, of what our radar is depicting within the pieces of hail inside the storm to be up around golf ball size hail. There's a chance that we're going to see golf ball size hail right over downtown Oklahoma City, and then just south of 40 here, and as you make way just north of Southwest 44th Street on the east side of I-44. So large hail certainly looks like a good bet right within OKC here. Again, large hail certainly looks like a good bet, and once again, it looks like between that and the strong winds and the threat for a tornado, it is going to be there. We are getting reports that power is out at Northwest 18th Street in Penn. I can imagine that there are going to be a lot of power outages within this. Again, a lot of power outages coming within this. Go over to Advantage Doppler HD. Advantage Doppler HD. And again, looking for the circulation within this. Again, it looks like we're going to see the circulation still right, again, where we just showed you before, southeast 59th Street, all right, just east of I-35 and right over Penn Avenue. So Penn Avenue, 44th and 59th Street. It looks like there's going to be circulation right there. Rusty.
David, very strong winds coming into downtown as well. The circulation may not be right there, but I'm picking up 80-mile-an-hour winds at 400 feet. Okay, that means winds at least of 70 miles an hour are blasting through the I-40 corridor and north to downtown. That's going to cause some business damage. That's going to rip some awnings off of some businesses, and it's going to look kind of funky downtown. And that kind of wind is going to be blasting towards Midwest cities. So on the north side of the circulation, winds in excess of 70 miles an hour. They may be straight line winds, but they're damaging winds. They're winds the strength of a very small tornado. Still have that circulation, Damon. It has been ever present since it developed in southwest Canadian County. It is relatively broad right now, but the Weather Service is continuing the warning just on the possibility that it could reform and how dangerous of a situation it is, and the population center that this circulation will track over.
Yeah, we're definitely going to get some very strong winds out of this. Even if they're not tornadic winds, they certainly are going to be strong enough, as you mentioned, to produce quite a bit of damage there. So we're going to watch this pretty closely. Paul, Jess, over to you.
Well, Damon, one of our crews in the field is reporting that Union City police have confirmed that one person was killed. They were in their car when a tornado hit.
You know, all of the interstates now, 44, 40, they are shut down, so you've got to get off of those highways. But, Damon, we've seen that traffic just stacked up sitting along the highway.
Yeah, absolutely. Again, that is not the place that you want to be. Again, you do not want to be caught on the highway right now. As far as looking at that storm that is out near Union City, again, it looks like it no longer has a tornado warning on it. I believe the only tornado warning that we have right now within the KOCO viewing area will be the one that is right over Oklahoma City. And again, they are going to continue this this tornado warning. Again, the tornado potential has not been reduced a whole lot. So again, we got to watch multiple areas of inflow within this. Rusty.
Damon, I can tell you that they have decided that they still are going to maintain two tornado warnings. Okay, the first one is for the southwest Mustang circulation. The second one is the one that's going over Oklahoma City right now. So there still is enough of a circulation south and west of Mustang to go ahead and throw a tornado warning, again, for the reasons that I just explained. If we go to a Doppler 3D or Doppler HD, guys, I'll take a look at that second circulation. I mean, obviously we've been focused on the most potent one, but this particular one that they're still going to warn on right now is south and west of the Mustang area. It's a little bit further to the south here. There it is right there. Okay, so you see this inflow area, and they're still going to go ahead, and you can see the circulation along southwest 104th Street, Damon. So that circulation over Mustang still is going to carry a tornado warning.
Yeah, and so now it looks like, and that new tornado warning is going to take it a little bit more farther down to the southeast here. And it's going to take a little bit farther down to the southeast, and so that will include Mustang. All right, that new one will move into the southeast at 30 miles per hour. That will include Moore, Mustang, and Newcastle. Not only that, but we have had reports of straight line winds of about 90 miles per hour within that storm. So we have 2 tornado warnings right now. Again, we continue to track 2 tornado warnings, one for Oklahoma City, the Village, down to Valley Brook, all right? And then we have another one, a separate tornado warning that does include Moore, Newcastle, and Mustang. The tornado warning that includes Moore would be for the Mustang storm. All right, so the tornado warning that is for Moore is for the Mustang storm, and putting a track on that to the southeast would be at speeds of would come into about 745. So again, there's circulation right here, right along Mustang Road. You can see this right here would be the Canadian River. It's going to put in the Wheatland there at 742. Will Rogers, 753. Newcastle, 811, and this one, if it continues to hold up, would move into Moore at 824. So we're tracking this storm right here. Looks like the circulation is going to be just east of Mustang Road. All right, it's going to be just right along, looks like Sarah Road, Mustang Road, southwest 104th Street, southwest 89th Street. The rotation is going to be tightened up right within that right there. Again, looking at the velocity that we have within this, it does appear that we could have winds up around, looks like 85 to 100.